isn't it? So I suppose I better get off my arse and make a video. So it's been a bit going on, which I won't be going into, but that's why I've not uploaded any videos lately. I've not vanished, I've not dropped off the face of the earth, and this Chinese piece of shit's still here waiting for my attention. Now, I think the last time we did anything, we just lifted the engine in and put a few bolts in, and then I think I said we need some new bolts, I better get some ordered. Guess what? I didn't. No time. The engine's still in there. So I have got to get some bolts ordered, but I do want to crack on and get these exhausts mounted, and with a view to firing this bad boy up and see if she goes. So I'm going to see what bolts I can dig out from my stash of bits and pieces and crap laying about, and where I can steal them, and I shall try and get this bolted in best I can. I'll probably still have to order some proper bolts for it, but I do need to move forward with it. So let me find some bolts and then we'll switch the camera back on and see if we can work on getting this thing slowly starting to screw back together. Alright, bit of bodgery fuckery. I found this bolt. It's a stainless steel bolt. I bought them for something and no idea what, but the only trouble is it's too long and there's not enough thread on it. So with a bit of bodgery fuckery, I'm going to run the tap down it, cut a little bit more thread. I don't need a lot, ½ inch if that, and then I'm going to hack off the end of it, and that'll do for one of the engine bolts, and then I think I need to source one more. So let me get that done and then we'll come back. Right, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, much as usual. Right, I have found a couple of bolts for the front of the engine mount. I can't find any for the back. They're M8 by 90s. I've got threaded bar, but I'm just not putting that in. It's just wrong. You've got to have a shanked bolt. So I've ordered a couple of them off eBay, and I've ordered a whole pack of them actually. And so the engine is now loose, because I've loosened all of the bolts off, because you have to put all the engine bolts in together before you can tighten any of them up. So as soon as them bolts come from eBay, we can get that tightened in properly. Yeah, I've ordered a whole pack. The reason I've ordered a whole pack is so that I can use a couple out of them that I need, and then I can put the rest away, so at some point in the future when I need them I won't be able to find them, and then I'll just order another whole pack. It's pretty much the way I roll, I think. There's probably somewhere in this shed, there is probably a couple of them bolts that I need right here now, but if they're here I don't know where the fuck they are. So right, anyway, carb or exhausts, I don't know. What should we do? I don't even know where the exhausts are. Anybody know where I put the exhausts? Come on, they're staring me in the face, aren't they? This is what I mean, you see. If I can't find a pair of fucking great big chrome exhausts, what fucking hope have I got as finding a couple of M8 by 90 bolts? Oh, there they are. Hey, down there somewhere. Right, let's set myself up and see what I'm going to bolt on next. Right, so the first little job I thought, which is a 2-second job, would be to bolt on this little air valve connector. You know, the thing that everybody deletes in the misguided belief that it's going to give them more power. It isn't. Leave it on, stop messing with it. It serves a purpose. Anyway, like I said, I was just going to bolt that on. I've got several gasket sets in my house for various Hondas and Chinese bikes and all sorts. And do you think any of them have got a gasket for that? Have they? Oh. So what I have got is an abundance of this this gasket paper, so I shall draw myself round there, make myself one up, and for first job we'll get that bolted on. Right, that's on. I had to cut that gasket out quite crudely with a Stanley knife, which is irritating because I bought some of them punches, you know, them things you make gaskets with and punch the holes out. Can I find them? Can I, fuck? Anyway, where are we? We need to start thinking about getting an exhaust fitted. Now I've got these exhaust studs which I think are correct, but the only problem is I've only got 2 of them, and I need 4 obviously because it's a twin exhaust. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to Loctite these fucking things in or what, but I'm not going to. I suppose you could double nut them and turn them in that way, which I suppose is what I'll have to do. Hang on a minute, I couldn't find my nuts. You ever have that trouble? So we stick one on, and then we stick the other one on. I might have to, I don't know if I've got any of these exhaust studs lying about, but if not I might just make a couple out of some threaded rod or something. I prefer to use the correct thing, but we'll see. So that'll do. I think they only need nipping up, because once the exhaust is on and bolted up firmly, they ain't going anywhere anyway. So back that off. And same again on other one. I've got some new exhaust gaskets, I found them. In fact I might even be able to salvage a couple of exhaust studs out the old head. We'll see how good they are. Right, they're in. Right, let's get one of the silencers and alpha it up. Right, I can only find zinc hex nuts to hold this exhaust on. I thought I had some proper exhaust dome nuts, but if I have, I can't find them. So these I have to do, even though I've just dropped the fucking things all over the place. So exhaust gasket in there. I'll stick a bit of grease on that, if I can do it without knocking the fuck out the camera. So yeah, that's the... What's that fucking thing gone all loose? Oh, I broke it. Right, yeah, that's the exhaust gasket. I'm just going to stick a bit of grease on it to hold it in there. It'll soon burn off when it fires. If it fires, I might have done it wrong. Let's slap that in. I've had a couple of guys messaging me with questions about, oh, you know, I need to do this and how do I do that, and I don't know don't know if I'm coming across as an expert, so these guys think, let's ask the expert. But let me tell you here and now, I ain't. I mean, obviously if I can help, I'd love to, but you know, I'm just a guy that's picked up a little bit of knowledge along the way through years of fucking around with bikes. But to call me an expert, I'm afraid is it's stretching the old truth a little bit. Right, just hold that on. One in the back. So the foot peg hanger doubles up as the exhaust pipe hanger as well. So that's secured on the back. They don't look bad with them, just them hex nuts, I'll be honest with you. I think they'll do the job. Now I would lie and say I'll replace them at a later date, but I probably won't. And the reason I won't is because once you've tightened these up against the exhaust back gaskets, you've crushed them. And they're like a one-shot deal. Yeah, you can probably get them to go again, but it's not ideal. But anyway, that's one exhaust on. Well, it ain't on, that's just hand tight. But see if I can find myself a couple of exhaust studs or something I can use as exhaust studs, and we'll get the other one on. And again, we are going to leave it just hand tight for the time being until I get those engine bolts, and then we can tighten everything up together. So if one of you guys at some point in the future, when I'm getting ready to fire this up or sell it on, just drop me a message saying, hey, did you tighten all that fucking shit up you were fuck-arsing about with earlier? Remind me. So yeah, anyway, there it is so far. I'm going to see if I can dig out a couple of exhaust studs for the other side. Right, that's on. When I say on, they're both mounted. I've found some studs for that exhaust. So that's loose mounted, and I mean loose. I'm not tightening them up till I've got the engine tight. I'm not tightening the engine up till I've got them bolts that I ordered. So yeah, there it is, and that's all I'm going to do for today. It's too hot for me, and we will continue on another day. Cheers guys, catch you all later.